Hey guys, it's Will here, welcome back to the channel. And tonight I just wanted to talk about the Iron Hammer League, which is something I'm going to be taking part in soon. It's a 40k league going on at 40k Gaming over the next few months. And I want to talk about it for a couple of reasons. Firstly, just because I think it's a really cool idea. I really like the idea behind it and wanted to share that with you guys. And also because I'm going to be mentioning it in a fair few of my videos, hoping to get some bat reps up from some of my games in the league. And also, it's going to be mentioned in things like my my Path of the Warrior tactics videos with my Eldar. So yeah, definitely something I think it's good to put out there. And on the subject of bat reps, sorry there's not been one for a few weeks. Hoping to get one up fairly soon. I've been playing games, just not the right sort of games to bat rep. Anyway, the Iron Hammer League, it's 2,000 point, fairly sort of friendly competitive rather than really like hardcore competitive league at 40k Gaming in Colchester, Essex, England. The format is going to be 10 weeks. You've got 10 weeks to play 6 games. They can be against anyone. You don't have set opponents. There's getting close to 30 players signed up for it now, so you're definitely not going to get to play everyone, but you're certainly not going to be short of people to play. Yeah, you take your 6 games, you put in a league table, and then the top half, so the top 4 players in the top half will then play off a kind of a playoff, so semi-finals and a final to determine a winner, and then the top 4 players in the bottom half as well will also play off. So even if you're not sort of one of the top players, there is still a chance you might win a little bit of a prize for the lower half of the league. And it's really flexible in terms of how and when you play it. I mean, they expect most people to be playing on a Friday night. That is kind of the big night down 40k for playing 40k, but you can turn up and play anytime as long as it's in 40k Gaming, it's against someone who's in the league, you agree beforehand to play it as a league game, and you play one of the Eternal War missions from Chapter Approved 2018. And that I think is just really great for its flexibility. You can you can get down 6 times over 10 weeks. I think most people can commit to that, whereas there's a lot of us, myself included, who want to do some sort of semi-competitive or competitive organised play, but really struggle to make it to a tournament. I mean, a 2-day tournament at the moment is pretty much impossible because I work 3 out of 4 Saturdays, and it's not the sort of job where I can just be like, nah, I won't turn up today. And even getting down for a 1-day tournament can be a little bit tricky because I've got family commitments, and I've got a little boy. My wife's not always that well, so she needs a hand, and having something like this where you can just play it like over a number of weeks rather than like a whole day is really good. And I've been looking forward to playing some games that are more than just casual pickup games. Love pickup games, they're great, but wanted to do a bit more organised play, something with a bit more meaning to it. So something like this is perfect. The guys who are organising it have put out a few sort of long posts. I don't want to quite say blog posts, but quite long posts on their Facebook page, giving their kind of vision for the tournament. And I think it's really cool. That kind of the idea behind it is to get more people playing against different people in the club, because you know how it can kind of be, even though there's like 40 people down there playing, maybe not quite that many, but a good number of people down there playing, you seem to sort of people, they go into cliques, you play with the same sort of 4 or 5 people. I know it's something I'm guilty of. Doing something like this, you can gets you games against different opponents, different armies, expands your experience, and also is kind of aiming at giving us opportunities to practice with our sort of more competitive armies, heading into a summer where there's going to be more tournaments. Now, not everybody who plays in the leagues necessarily going to be able to or want to go to those tournaments, but for those who are, it's a good opportunity to practice lists against different opponents, and for those who aren't, it's a good opportunity to sample competitive without having to sort of commit to a full day tournament. What else is there to say? You have to stick to a primary faction, but you can change your list up, you can change your allies up. So you know, as long as the main detachment in your army is from your set faction, then you can change things up. So you know, say you go in Space Marines, you can field like a big battalion of Space Marines, and then one week you might bring some Guard allies, another week you might bring an Imperial Knight along, you might go pure Marines. You know, you can change your list up, and they're encouraging that. The idea is to try different things out, see what works for you against different people. And so yeah, I think this is just a really cool opportunity to you know, stretch myself as a player. Now, I was thinking of possibly bringing the Scythes of the Emperor, because they are an army I've been looking to expand and get better with, but I just don't think I'm going to have enough painted in time to really stand up to some of the stronger players in the tournament. You know, I'm not entering this expecting to have a good chance of winning it, but I want to be able to put an army out there that can at least give them a game. You know, there are some very casual players in this who you know, just there for a bit of fun. There's some players who I know are a bit more hardcore and have competed in and won several tournaments. So yeah, needed to bring an army that could at least compete, because I have no problem with losing, but I want to at least put up a fight. You know, I don't want to go into the game knowing that, yeah, I've got no chance with this army against that army. And yeah, so with that in mind, bringing along my Biltan Eldar, I think they are the strongest army I've got at the moment. And over the last year, if you've been sort of following the channel, you'll know I've been trying to get better with them, build strengthen the army. So I've added some more Dark Reapers, converted up a nice unit of Shining Spears, then got 8 of them now, got the Triple Wave Serpent there, and a few other sort of things that maybe not quite optimal but might be fun to try out, particularly if I know I'm going up against somebody who is more of a casual player. Can dial your list back a little bit to make it a fun balanced game, rather than just be like, yeah, crush them for the points. So yeah, it's going to be the Eldar, and should be interesting to see how they get on. Hoping to, like I say, bat rep some of the games, but also want to, you know, when I'm not bat repping them, maybe vlog a little bit just about how the army's getting on, how the games that haven't been bat repped are, and you know, my ideas for expanding the army. Although I've got quite a good collection already, there are other models I'm looking to get painted up and adding. If you've seen my Instagram recently, you know I've just painted up Karandras, who might be interesting to try now that Scorpions have got cheaper. Got a Wraith Lord for Christmas. I want to do a conversion with this and see how he goes in a game. And yeah, just yeah, make it a bit more interesting than just your pickup games. I mean, nothing wrong with pickup games, like I say, but having a bit more of a meaning to them can be really cool as well. And doing that for a few months is going to be a great opportunity to you know, work on the Marines behind the scenes. You know, that army needs some serious work to be a good army, and so while I'm playing my Eldar, I can be building my Marines in the background. And the great thing is, I've only got to play 6 games over 10 weeks. If I can make it down there to say 9 out of 10 nights, that's 3 nights when I'm not in the tournament, 3 nights I can try something else. So yeah, it's a low commitment, which is a good way to start. Anyway, this is getting a bit rambling now, but thanks a lot for watching. I'll see you guys again soon. Bye.